what's up guys? I'm going to go over with you, just like we talked about in the Google Meet, okay, some of the processes and show you on a video how to do this so that you can stop, rewind, and see the process, and have something that you can refer back to help you with some of this new and different stuff we're doing with the computers, right? Okay, but this is, the source assignment. So if you haven't done the research folder assignment yet, okay, you need to do that one first, because we're going to use some of the stuff we created with the research folder assignment for the sources assignment. Okay, so it builds upon itself as we go along. So you need to do that in sequence to keep up with it. All right. So if I've done my research folder, okay, assignment, I have a set of documents that they're talking about in this assignment. All right. So right off the top, it says see the attached document to do the source assignment. So there's some extra help stuff in here, okay, in this assignment. So that's what I've done here. I've opened that up. Okay. Step number one, open up my source documents. So to do that, okay, I'm going to go to my handy dandy folder that I created. Okay, I'm going to pretend, okay, that you guys haven't done this yet, or that I haven't done it yet. I'm going to go to Drive, and then I'm going to open my folder that I labeled my person that I'm researching and the research word. Right, so Zeus Research, there we are. I've got all my source documents. And I'm just going to open those up. Source 2, source 3. I'm opening just the source ones. Okay. So once I've opened up my source documents, did that, step 2 is using a citation generator, get your MLA bib entry. And I'm going to do that for each source document. Okay, so if I don't know how to do that, if I've never done that before, that's what this assignment's for. It's kind of walking us through that step by step. So we're going to use this bibliography engine, MyBib. Okay, so I've even got a link there for you. If you just click the link, it'll open it up for you. It'll ask you some questions probably. I've already been in here and I've already actually created, okay, one of these source things. So yeah, all right. So I'm in there. Okay. And then I'm going to take the URL that I copied and pasted from my source and plug it into the engine. So the first thing that pops up here, okay, on my source 1 document, is that URL that I copied and pasted. That was the last step, okay, that I did on that assignment, okay, my folder assignment. So I'm copying that, come over here, add citation, it's the little plus sign, paste right in there, and click search. Okay, and it's going to come up with this citation, and it even tells me this is probably a credible source. Now, if you're used to EasyBib and you want to use EasyBib, go ahead, man. Okay, this is just, it's kind of our new favorite as an English department. It's kind of our new favorite website engine to do this stuff. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with EasyBib. Okay, we just started using this one because we like it better. Okay, so once I have clicked to get into this, okay, I'm going to look up here and see if I can see an author. Okay, it has GreekMythology.com up there, which is a organization. That's like the whole company, right? Now, honestly, for me, I don't like them using this as the author because it doesn't have one. So this is more like a kind of like an encyclopedia entry. Okay, so that's the way we're going to treat it like. Okay, so we're going to start this thing with the title. So I'm going to erase that. If it's not a person's name, I want to go ahead and get rid of it. Okay, so it should look like it gives us this preview down here at the end. Okay, I click save once I've figured all this stuff out. But oh, I forgot something. Okay, it's got a blank here with the date accessed. Just click today, and that'll work. Okay, click save. Once I've looked over everything, I did, and I even missed something. Okay, all right, and there's our citation. So I've done this twice, okay, and it gives us kind of this little thing here, this little alert, like, hey, you need an author. Well, couldn't find one. So if you can't find it, good. If you can't, it's better if you can, okay, but don't have to have that. All right, so to copy this and get it on top of my paper, because that's what I need to do, Okay, I need to copy it and paste it on top of the source page. I'm going to go over here to this little Show Options button. Click it. Click Copy. Okay. And then I'm going to go over here to my source. Go back up to the top of the page. And then paste it. Remember, paste is Control V. Hey, there we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. Now, super important we do this step-by-step stuff. Okay, because we're going to use this for our Works Cited page later on. We're going to use this also for our outline later on. Okay, but this also tells us, like, this is the name, okay, the MLA name of this source. All right, so I use this information every time I prove where I got information from this source. Okay, so that's what that's doing for us. All right. So I did that, and I'm just going to pretend, since this is a video and I'm trying not to be super long, I can get kind of wordy, all right? I'm going to pretend that I did that for all of my sources. Do the same process for each one, okay? Now, once I've done that for each of my sources, now it's time to comment, okay? And that's what my directions on both things tell me about, all right? But read my sources, keeping in mind the questions for each body paragraph. Highlight and comment on what information you want to use from that source and where it fits in the essay. Okay, so I bleed it down just a little bit further in this assignment document. Okay, so we're looking for, as we read, where does this stuff fit? So I've already got this kind of pre-done for you, okay, on your body paragraph. So body paragraph 1 is going to be about the origin of your person or your God, right? So where did this person come from? Who are his or her parents? That kind of stuff is what we're looking for as we're reading. Okay, that's my first body paragraph. Paragraph 2, what are they the god of, and what do they do? So, like, are they the king of the sea, or sorry, the god of the sea, the god of the underworld, that kind of stuff. And then what do they actually do? So maybe a little bit more specific than that. Okay. And then body paragraph 3, this is coming from you. Okay, so it's interesting. So we're talking about a person. We're talking about usually where they come from, what they do, and then what sets them apart from other people. Okay, so this is where this is coming from. Okay, so body paragraph 3 is just something interesting. Okay, but what stood out to you as interesting or unknown? You probably had an idea who this person was before you picked them. Okay, and is this something that changes how you see or think of this person? So do you think of something, did it change your mind about them after you read this? That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about there. Okay, so that's what I'm doing when I'm commenting. Okay, so to comment, all I do is highlight while I'm reading my source. Okay, and then I'll click the comment icon and then type in just either paragraph 1, 2, 3, and then this little category designation here. I always get a phone call doing this stuff. All right, so reading my source. Okay, and I've already done some of this. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of it just to show you the process again. Okay, so as I'm reading, Zeus is the Olympian god of sky and thunder, the king of all the other gods and men, and consequently the chief figure in Greek mythology. That's a really good statement about what this dude generally does. So there's 2 ways to add a comment. You look for this little plus sign, or you can right click and find the little plus sign in the little dialog box. Okay, so I'm just going to click this one and literally put, this is the job. Okay, so if I forget what I'm doing, I'm looking for origin, job, interesting. Okay, so that one I would put as job. So this is paragraph 2, job. Boom. Okay. He's the son of Kronos and Rhea, probably most famous for his infidelity to his wife and sister. Ooh, that's kind of weird. Okay. This might be an interesting fact, but it also talks about who's his mama and daddy. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and talk about that as paragraph 1. Boom. Okay. I'm reading along. Okay. Zeus's role, that's probably going to talk about his job. Okay. His name is thought to originate from the word for bright, where it has connection to dies, which is Latin for day. That doesn't really tell me too much. Okay. Scepter in hand, thunderbolt, symbols of authority. Okay. It talks a little bit about what his job is, but not really. It's a little bit too much. Okay, so I'm showing you not all this stuff we're gonna use. Ah, there we go. Considered the ruler of heavens and governor of weather. Zeus is also associated. Okay, this is telling me what he's in charge of. Boom. There we go. I'm gonna use that. And if you hear something, Susie, it's my dog snoring. Sorry, I got an English bulldog. She is so loud. All right. So that's telling me about his job. Okay, so I'm gonna put paragraph 2, job. Okay, and I'll continue to do that. Okay, further on down. Okay. All right, so here's something that I found. This is a little bit about how he was born, okay? But also something that's a little bit interesting, right? How is he both the son and the youngest and oldest? Okay, so that's interesting. So I'm gonna put maybe this might fit in both. Okay, so I just chosen a different way to do that. So this could be paragraph 1, or paragraph 3. Depends on where I want to put it. Okay, see what I did there? Okay, so it could be both, because that's kind of interesting. Okay, how is he both the youngest and oldest? Well, in the story, okay, it tells us how that he is both the oldest and youngest, but that's interesting. I didn't know that before I started reading this, or I'm pretending I didn't. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, so that's the process. That's how you comment on the documents. So when you go back and look through this after, okay, you've spent some time away, you'll see, oh, this is the stuff I'm using. All this other stuff that's not highlighted, okay, that doesn't fit in my essay. So thank goodness, because I don't want to read that much and you don't want to type that much. Okay, so that's what we're doing here, is we're just highlighting the things that fit in my paper. Okay, all right. So step by step, I did that. Now you got to do that for each source. I'm just showing you how to do one for the video thing. Okay, but attach all of your source documents to the assignment and then turn it in. Okay, so look at this stuff. Okay, use these questions to kind of help you find what you're looking for. Okay, everybody's got the same stuff. You got a different person, but you're all finding where the person came from, their job, and something interesting. And remember, it could be a little bit of both. Now, later on, we'll go through here and kind of weed some of this stuff out that we're not going to use. Okay, but that's step 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this is step 3. Pick the person. Okay, we did the folders, and then this is step 3. This is our source assignment. Try to stay up with this. Okay, so try to stay up with each assignment. You can't fall back and fall behind, because we're doing everything in sequence. Okay, so make sure you're doing these and turning them in. Don't just wait till the last minute. Don't be a last minute paper writer, okay, because it's going to hurt you. Okay, I'm trying to have these hoops to jump through, okay, so that you guys can have a bunch of grades to kind of fall back on in case you don't do so well on your paper. Okay, so this is to help you, not to hurt you. Okay, but stick with it.